It doesn't take a genius to figure out that any vehicle with the letters S, U and V in the name is selling like absolute hotcakes at the moment. But none of those high-riding city slickers are likely to feel the crunch of gravel under their tyres. There's an interesting subset of SUVs though, known as 4x4 wagons, like this Mitsubishi Pajero Sport. But how capable are they? Can they replace a genuine 4x4? Well, we're going to take the Pajero Sport into the hills around the Flinders Ranges and find out. The Pajero Sport used to be known as the Challenger, and it's still based on the Triton Ute. That means it's got a proper four-wheel drive system underneath it, along with large chunky off-road tyres, great ground clearance and a torquey 2.4 litre four-cylinder turbo diesel engine. Unlike the Triton though, the Pajero Sport is aimed at a buyer looking for a 7-seat wagon who wants a little more luxury than you'd usually find aboard a 4x4 ute. The interior, for example, is almost entirely different, and there's a lot more equipment included as standard, like Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, auto lights and wipers, and even push-button start. It's also got a reversing camera, along with an off-road terrain control system that might well help us through the rough stuff today. The terrain control system works together with the Pajero Sport's switchable low-range four-wheel drive setup to provide hill descent control, as well as modes for snow, sand, rocks and gravel. It's also got a rear-wheel drive mode for highway work, and this is where the Pajero Sport is probably at its least effective. You can't have everything, and if you want a strong, capable off-roader, you're going to have to deal with a tall, softly sprung, vaguely steering road car. Sorry. If it helps, it's actually the best in its category on the road. When you head bush though, the Pajero Sport comes to life. Modern four-wheel drives rely heavily on traction control electronics to perform at their best, and the Pajero Sport's terrain control system works in really well with its 8-speed automatic transmission to make covering steep, rocky terrain surprisingly easy. The Pajero Sport also has great ground clearance, as well as excellent clearance underneath the front and rear bumpers, to make traverses through deep gullies and sharp climbs much easier. The engine might only have 4 cylinders, but with 430 Newton meters of torque on hand, it's always there when you need it. It's genuinely impressive just how far the Pajero Sport can get you off-road. And all of that clever technology isn't wasted in the real world either. It can tow massive loads. It can even take your kids' mates to footy. And it'll handle the rigours of the daily commute if you don't mind a little bit of wishy-washy steering and body roll. And best of all, this on and off-road capability can come at a cost of about half of one of the Big Daddy 4x4s. So stop dreaming. If you've ever wanted to go bush, you've just run out of excuses. And to read the full review, you can click on the link right here.